Welcome everyone to This Week in Svelte episode 115. There's a lot of episodes. Today it will probably be a very short one because we don't have a showcase. I got to know that we didn't have a showcase too late. I mean, I'm generally busy, so sorry I didn't prepare any like fancy stuff to showcase to you. But I mean, we will get back. We'll get back. So today will probably be a very short episode, but it's still This Week in Svelte. Like, we know that we don't take each other too serious. So let's jump right into the changelog, which, as I've said, like, is not that much. 8 hours ago we got our only release of this week. There is this fix to replace undefined with void 0 in call expression. This is something that, I mean, it was kind of fixed before in some other part of the code base, and it is kind of funky. Basically, you can have a variable named undefined. So if you have a variable named undefined and b.call replace non-trailing nullish argument with b.id undefined, you can find something like this, which is a bit weird. Where it is? Yeah, you can see here we are basically like passing undefined, which should be undefined, but in reality is this function, which is a bit weird. So yeah, it's a bit funky. Like, we all love JavaScript for this, and the solution to this is pretty simple. If we switch to latest, we can see that now instead of passing undefined, we pass void 0, which is literally the same thing. Like, void, I don't know if you know about it, but void is a function that literally, like, it's a JavaScript keyword that does nothing. It's a pretty weird function, but it's there and you can use it. And so let's actually I'm curious. Void MDN. So the void operator evaluates the given expression and returns undefined. So you can basically, like, it's sort of like it will evaluate this, but then it will return undefined, regardless of what's the return value of that function. So even if you do something like this, for example, yeah. So for example, this, you are defining a function, but since you have void in front, this is not actually defining the function. It's just like, it's a function that is in memory and it's not declared on the global scope. You can do stuff like, probably like, let's say that you have, I don't know if you know, but let's say that you have let x is equal to 0, right? If you console log x is equal to 3, for example, you can see that when we run, like, x is equal to 3 will return also the value of 3. So for example, this could be used sometimes, like if you need to assign something, but you don't want to return the value of something to the function, but you need to assign it in the function, and so you can do void x3, and this should be undefined now. And it is not. Maybe like this. Yeah, something like this. So yeah, it's not the most useful of the functions, but it's there, and we can use it to prevent you from doing something. I wonder, like, I don't think you can do it, right? You can't name a variable void, right? Let me try. I want to try. Okay, so can I do const void is equal to 0? No, I can't, because void is an actual construct of the language. I mean, even undefined it is. I don't know why you can name a variable undefined. ensure batch exists when resetting a failed boundary. So this is about, like, in the new async world, Svelte has a series of batches. So normally there's only one batch, but it can have you can have multiple ones. And when a boundary fails, we are resetting the batch. So this was leading to a bug like this, where so when you, after a boundary has code an error in $derived await, if a reset is performed, the following error is thrown, because if batch is undefined, it will try to deactivate the batch, and it will not find one, and it will fail. Yeah, something like this. Click to throw an error. If yeah, okay. So this is throwing an error there. When you throw, it's throwing an error. But if you reset, it's saying cannot read property of null, reading deactivate, and that's because, like, the batch is not there, because probably because you are resetting after, like, not during an update. Like, the batch is only there during an update. So yeah. There's also place store setup inside async body. So this is something to allow you to use store with the same syntax of Svelte 4. They need to be kind of set up, right? Because now we use signals, and so we need to make sure that whenever you update a store, the $ value of that store gets updated, but also whenever you update that function, the store gets updated. So we need to set up this kind of stuff. Now, what happens is that when you open, let me open the reproduction. When you have something like this, when you await in the body, we need to change our, like, the default function that is exported from the component will still not be asynchronous, right? And so we need to wrap your script tag inside this async body here. And what is happening is that since the store setup, which is this, it's set up outside of the async body, it's erroring out because count is not defined. And the reason why count is not defined is because when you set up the stores here, we are trying to read count, which is only defined here, right? So this is the problem that it's throwing this error, because we are setting this $count, which is the variable that you can use to read the count, but count is only available here because it's an async body. And so if you switch to latest, you can see that now the stores is, like, the setup of the store is outside the async body, but then each store that you're actually reading is within the async body. So yeah, a simple fix. I mean, I think it really shows that it's summer. Like, we are taking things slow, and I am very a culprit of this. Again, I said it before last week. I don't have much time these days to contribute, and I feel very shameful. I know that, like, it's not like a job, but I do enjoy contributing to Svelte, and I do enjoy making it better, and I don't have time to do it, and I want to find time to do it. Let's see, we don't have any new SvelteKit release. We don't have any, we have a new release of Vite plugin Svelte. Let's see. Allow preprocessed plugin to run twice. This is interesting. So the preprocessed plugin, I am pretty sure that this is So the internal preprocess plugin deletes the transform hook if no preprocessor were configured in config resolved. But this causes an error if config resolve were to be executed again. The plugin is reused in a multiple build setup. I found my issue in Publin Vite, but maybe some framework also reuse plugins. Oh, okay, so gotcha. So this is basically like inside the Vite plugin, where it is. Yeah, inside the Vite plugin Svelte, and specifically the preprocess plugin, it was deleting the transform from the plugin if there was no preprocess option specified, because like it was not doing anything. But what can happen is that in Vite, maybe you are in Vite, what can happen is that maybe some plugin is reusing the same, like it's building twice, and maybe the config is it's changed, and so this was creating problems. And I really like, I'm jealous of Bluey and Dominic, because their knowledge of Vite is above my my knowledge. Like, I do know a bit of Vite, and it's already pretty magical. Like, the things that you can do with Vite are fantastical, but when you have their knowledge of Vite, it's just on another level. Update URLs to preprocessor group and compile option in type documentation. So this is just a matter of documentation type. This is pretty interesting too. Like, replace clear dependency with built-in node utils style text. Now, I don't know if you know, but you can actually use the style text directly from Node to style your console logs. So you can import style text from Node, and then you have you can basically use, I think you can pass basically whatever thing you want. And this will make sure that, let me see if I can actually show you. So, Ghosty tab here. So let's say that I have Node, that I open Node. I think I need to zoom in a bit for you to see it. And so you can import, I don't think I can import, right? Let me see. I might need to require. From node util, can I do it? No. Yeah, all right. Use dynamic import. I'm fine with using dynamic import, it's fine. And so basically now you can do style text, and you can pass a color, and this can, I think it can be like, I can do red, and then I can do hello. And this is printing this thing, which you may think like, what is that? And this is ANSI color code. So when you console log something like this will basically color, like if we try to do console.log this thing, if the terminal support it, you will be able to, like basically these things are things that tells the terminal how it should print specific colors. So specifically like this dash, like \x1b, I think, yeah, that's also this, like this whole thing, \x1b, open curly braces, or open square brackets. This is the ESC command. Like this is saying to the terminal, okay, I want to run an ANSI command, and then 31 means 31M means red, and 39M means reset back. So that if you do something like this, plus word, only hello will be of that color. So this is basically setting the color to red and then resetting the color to what was previously. And I can't remember if you can do something like FF300. You can't. It needs to be one of these. So that's nice. So let's see, I'm curious, I want to try some of this. Let's say dim. Oh, that's nice. You can see that it's a bit dimmed, bold. Okay, that's also nice. All right, yeah, I mean, we can go ahead, it's fine. So yeah, this was like, now this is built in into Node and it's pretty nice. And so we have one less dependency, which is good. Let's see if we have something else. We have ESLint plugin Svelte, a couple of releases. Specifically, we have some minor changes. There is this new rules, which is no navigation without resolve. I would say, like, I'm discussing with Buzzball Yama, which is the maintainer of the ESLint. I don't know if this should be the default recommended, because it's pretty heavy. Like, it basically says that if you are using SvelteKit, you cannot have a link, so you cannot have an href to something that is not using resolve, because resolve will give you type safety on the links. Yeah, added the no navigation without rule and deprecated no navigation without base rule. So yeah, so this is like it's pretty interesting. Like, it's kind of steering you into finding a good like using type safety to navigate, which is pretty cool. But it can be pretty heavy-handed, so like activate it at your own lease. Not reporting mail to another unusual scheme addresses in no navigation without resolve. Yeah, this is also true, especially because, like, if you are trying to navigate to something with query parameters, you cannot use resolve, so it's a bit annoying. Let's see, do we have something else? We have a new release for SV, which is define a done option, add key build in order to provide better type safety. So this is internal. Allow migrate to run without specifying a migration argument. This is interesting. Improve robustness of add-on args parsing. So now it's actually better. I also saw a PR from Jean, which is also in the chat, which, by the way, it's brand new. He also joined the Svelte maintainers team, which I'm very excited about, because Jean is one hell of a smart guy, and I'm happy that he will be joining us. Okay, I don't think we have anything else. And so, guys, I think I said it, this is fast. I think it was like, I mean, it's just 20 minutes, so it's not that much. But yeah, I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you enjoyed this week in Svelte. And I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye.